Hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Belisle, also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep it from the IRS. I do that with our profit coaching programs and with our tax planning systems, which has saved my clients millions of dollars. I've not even kept track anymore. I do it all legally with a system that we have. And like I said, all legally because I like my clients. And like I say every week, don't wish to share a jail cell with them. Camera seems to be a little high, but it also doesn't seem to want to adjust. Sorry about that. Should have adjusted that before. My bad. In today's video, we're going to learn the two most important words in a successful business. The most successful businesses work with these two words. But first, support for today's show comes from, knocked the microphone around. I'm on a roll, but it's 10 days before deadline. So support for today's show comes from Profit Maximizing Publishing, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and an evaporating customer base. In this book, you will find chapter after chapter, idea after idea to help you turn your business from red to black in 90 days or less. Even business owners that are very successful can make even more money. So be sure to pick it up. Check out the appendixes. I cover this in the book too. Look, most businesses start every month at zero. In other words, the bills are coming in, payroll's got to be paid, rent's got to be paid, and they have to go get new sales every month in order to cover their costs. The owner is seriously stressed every month to work enough to earn the money needed to break even. I call this the taxi model, or if you want, the Uber model nowadays. You pick up a fare, deliver it, collect, look for the next fare. Great when there's plenty of work. But what happens if there's a sudden reduction in customers? What did they do during the slow months? Remember a client that I had quite a while back that was doing specialized equipment for manufacturers. The business their business basically came to a halt in, I can't remember if it was 2008, the crash, or the 2001 dot-com crash. One of them. My brain is tired now. He almost went bankrupt. He really almost survived. He only survived by cutting staff and expenses to the bone and investing some of his personal money. Since then, the company worked hard to add various recurring revenues and services to his business. What happened now that pays 100% of his overhead costs has experienced fantastic growth and profits. All special equipment orders now are gravy and go straight to the bottom line after the cost for that particular job. All right. Now, those special orders could disappear and the business would still be profitable. I've used it in my own CPA firm, which, like most CPA firms, earns most of our revenue during 6 months of the year. So how do I pay the rent and staff the rest of the year? The answer was the creation of various recurring revenue models. All right. So first, what are the advantages? Well, obviously, even during slow months, you still have money coming in. It lowers the risk during economic slowdowns by providing you a cushion to regroup, rework, and survive until things get better. It provides ongoing payments for work already performed, makes it easier to recruit new employees due to cash flow certainty, easier budgeting due to better revenue projections. It makes the business more valuable to investors and lenders. What makes recurring revenues so valuable is that you can spend more of your energy growing and improving your business rather than trying to acquire just enough new or repeat business to hit the needed revenue to pay your bills. Finally, the more recurring revenue a company has, the higher valuation it will receive from potential buyers. So at some point, you're going to cash out. So still not sure recurring revenues is the key to business success? Compare the fate of Blockbuster to Netflix. Wow, I got to get a new example because this is old. But anybody old enough to remember Blockbuster, they basically own the industry of home entertainment. You'd walk in there, you'd pay cash, give them a credit card, you'd walk out with 1, 2, 3 videos. All right. Netflix did a different one. In fact, they just stopped this month where they won't send out CDs. They were still willing to mail you CDs every month. And that's how they started. So, truth of the matter is, Netflix was 100% recurring revenue because they did a monthly fee. Blockbuster was none. Right now, you can't find a Blockbuster. I think there may be one left. Okay. And Netflix is worth billions of dollars. I haven't checked lately, but they're still publicly traded and their cap is tremendous. It's a very compelling example of recurring revenues. Now, there's others, I'm sure. And as a matter of fact, we all see them now. All right. Subscription-based services is what they're called. And you'll, Netflix, your cable bill, telephone bill, different apps you might have. We're all used to them now. Didn't used to be used to them. So now it's easier to sell them than they used to. There are several types of recurring revenue that can be arranged into 5 levels, where the higher levels are easier to scale and great barriers to entry by your competitors, while also making it hard for your customers to switch. Not every model will work for you. So let's explore each. Business level 1 is the business model that's based on repeat customers. This can and should be a basic building block of every business. You want customers to come back and come back more. Your main job as a business owner, like I said, is exactly that. Your grocery stores, big box stores, your dentists, heck, most CPAs all follow this model. Main problem here is that nothing stops them from going somewhere else. Okay. Level 2, plus it's hard to budget. Are they coming back? Maybe. Level 2 is based on recurring revenue with all the advantages listed above. Think about insurance agencies that bill you every month. Again, the problem is the customer is still able to switch pretty much any time. Level 3 is recurring revenue with a contract. Think your cell phone. All right. You can sign it to your contract at a deep discount on your cell phone. Yes, you can still switch, but there's a cost for early termination. Now, when you switch, Verizon or T-Mobile or whatever, on any other business are out there, sometimes they'll pay that fee for you, but you got to agree again to sign a contract and stay with them. Level 4 is called sequential revenue. The idea is to create recurring income by pushing your customers to consistently upgrade to a new product and service offerings. I use a product called I don't do this one anymore. I use Kajabi, which has a low-cost entry product, but a lot of these do. But as they get the basic, good, better, best. All right. Here's my basic level. Here's one where I add more features, more advantages, more benefits, and it costs more. Here's another one, which I do, which really would solve all your problems. And here's what it costs. Level 5 is repeat revenue with a network effect. All right. This means that more users buy your product, the more each customer gets out of the experience. This network effect creates a barrier to entry by your competitors. Think about all the online, PayPal, eBay, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever the hell they are this week, dating services that are out there. The more people that are in it, the harder it is to switch because all your friends are on it. All right. Here's some best practices for recurring revenue. To make recurring revenue work, you must think like your customers and be sure to stress the value of the monthly billing. Here's some rules that I follow. Low pricing is, if possible. Now, don't sell yourself short. I've kind of changed my mind on this more than once, where you need to get paid correctly for what you want. But if somebody's going to pay you $3,000 a year or $4,000 a year to do all the year-end work, maybe it's easier if they pay you monthly. All right. So to accomplish this, I stress that they are getting a lower price than normal because they're paying monthly. That's not a bad idea. Okay. Now, an alternative to that is to have a monthly price, but if they were to pay it annually, they get a discount. Now, I'm not a fan of discounts. So I've never really liked discounts. I did a whole section on don't discount your services. So maybe you add something if they pay. Maybe they get 2 free months or something. I don't know. Still can't technically discount. Number 2, stress benefits. Selling recurring revenues requires that you continuously focus on the benefit to the customer paying you monthly. Be sure to list at least 3 benefits that you can spotlight. 3, automatic credit card or ACH debit. Make paying you extremely easy. Customers are used to paying for things with auto drafts or auto charges to credit cards, and it makes your life so much easier. Trust me. Number 4, no contract. All right, people, if remember, first one, make it easy to pay. All right, this is part of it. Make it easy to pay and no contract. I never require a long-term contract. If we underperform, the customer is able to fire us at any time. This ensures that we keep doing our best for them and don't start taking them for granted. I can hear it now because I've heard it before, but that won't work for me. Seriously, this is one of the first things most business owners tell me. It won't work for me. It might work for you. It might work in another industry. Let me tell you that I have not coached any businesses where we couldn't come up with multiple ways to add multiple income streams. Lesson 2, explore. Well, forget that. Go to my book. And I froze. That was interesting. I turned around and I was still looking backwards. If I go to the appendix, I lost my page. Sorry, bear with me a minute. I think it's appendix 3, if I remember correctly. Nope, appendix 4. I list, these are what I use in my coaching checklist. I sit down and start working through here. Appendix 24 is 24 ways to build recurring revenue streams. I use this list to brainstorm how you might move your one-time purchase model to a recurring revenue model. And really, I start by asking three questions. Would customers pay a monthly or annual fee for the latest version of your product? Is there an educational component of your product that you could sell as a monthly subscription to? Are there some consumable parts to your business, similar to the way printers have toners, paper, home coffee machines have coffee pods? And then I go through the list and say, is there a way we can do these things? Let's brainstorm. So, the book's $4.95 or some silly thing like that. I have never raised the price on the Kindle version. Personally, I like getting the paperback version, which is 19 something. If you're a client of mine, just call me. I'll send you one for free. I'll even sign it for you if you give a darn. I'm not sure why you would. But anyways, that's the key. Recurring revenue. Every very successful business I work with, just about everyone, has recurring revenue. And even the ones that say they don't, they technically do, because take my contractors, they've built up a really good relationship and have an ongoing relationship and recurring revenue from their GCs or whoever that hires them. So you look at them, technically have recurring revenue, because every time the GC gets a job, they're going to call them. Hey, that's it for this week. Deadline for individual extensions, if you haven't done your 2022 tax return and you're like the ones we're piling together right now, is October 16th. The 15th falls on a Sunday, if I remember right. Yes, October 16th. So you have 11 days. And if you're just dropping it off, your CPA or your tax preparer is very unhappy with you and may not get it done. We'll do our best, but we don't kill ourselves for people that we've been trying to get here early. Hey, until next week, let's make this our most profitable year ever. And God bless and have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Take care.